What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome to my guide for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the absolutely most insane gil farming method there is. And I know it looks a little weird right now, me only being on 70,000 gil. Don't worry, I'm about to jump up to 1 million in about the next 40 seconds, okay? Seriously, it's freaking nuts this method is. So first and foremost, spoiler warning, obviously this is going to be kind of late game, but I'm not going to hold back on spoilers, so yeah, try and be careful if that is something you are bothered by. Now, first and foremost, what do you need? Well, firstly, you've got to be in at least chapter 9, ideally a little bit later, because you are going to need some later areas for this. But the reason I say chapter 9 is you are going to need all characters. This also means that you cannot do this method after progressing halfway through chapter 12. I also strongly recommend doing this in post-game, simply due to the fact the numbers that you get are going to be higher. You can do this before post game, it is just going to be slower. So first and foremost, what do we need? Well, you need to actually find a vendor that sells the time materia. Now, I'm stuck at one in Nibelheim right now. All you want to do is spend all of your money on time materia. Yes, it's 5,000 gil per materia. However, when it is sold, when it's mastered, it sells for 10,000. Can you guess where this is going? Yeah. We're going to master a whole bunch of time materia to sell. Now, this obviously, unfortunately, means there's a little bit of a problem. Okay, first of all, if you were to do the combat simulator, what happens there is only the characters in the fight actually gain the AP, which means that rules that out. Yes, you can still use the simulator, but then you're only going to be mastering materia on 3 characters. Honestly, I'm really not sure if that is faster or not. Yes, the AP is a little bit quicker, but it's not that much quicker. It is, however, a much less hands-on method for this. So if that is something you want to do, then go ahead and use the combat simulator. Now, let's go ahead and sell all of the mastered time materia, which, by the way, took about 15 minutes to do. Yes, it is really, really fast. So we're just going to sell all of this time materia and watch my gil basically fly. Okay? Look, we're just constantly getting 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Now, why do you want to do this? So, first of all, there is obviously the item transmuter, where you can buy materials such as cosmetite ore, which is really freaking expensive. But hey, every single time materia mastered is an extra cosmite ore. So, it's definitely worthwhile doing for sure. Then there's obviously, you know, buying materia to master, buying equipment, buying items. Or maybe you're just like me and you like having big numbers for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Realistically, you can probably only do this once and be set for life. Okay, you really don't need to do this any more than that in this game, because there's just no real big gil sinks. But if you want to, then go right ahead. I mean, as you can see, I'm literally just flying up in gil right now from selling this materia, and it's still going. Like, it's still going, man. It's like, we're probably gonna cap out. There we go, we're nearly done. Okay, there's the last materia sold. Also, not only are you going to be gaining gil from the actual materia itself, you're going to be gaining gil from the fights as well. So, now that we've just sold all of that gil, it's now time to buy a bunch more time materia. I'm going to buy 80 chunks, okay, because that's how many I can equip at once. That's going to cost me 400,000 gil, but when I sell it, I'm going to get 800,000 gil back. So, now we just need to equip that materia. So let's go ahead and just skip ahead to when I've actually done that. Okay, so we now have all of the materia equipped. What else do we need for this? Well, we definitely need a first strike materia just for speed. That's going to give our caster a guaranteed ATB charge. Then I would probably strongly recommend a magic up materia, preferably mastered, but it doesn't really matter. That's just going to be extra damage to allow us to actually one-shot all of the mobs. Then I strongly suggest a magnify materia with a fire and ice materia. This is because we're going to be using fire and blizzard spells for this method. The ice materia we're going to be pairing with swift cast. This is just so that when I cast Blizziger, it's going to cast almost instantly. This is a nice to have, not required though. If you want to know how to get Swiftcast, then I will have a guide coming for that very, very soon as well. Lastly, another nice to have is the HP and MP swap materia. This is literally just a time save, so we don't have to heal MP in between runs, because this run will not have any sort of MP regeneration. So, now with that, in order to earn AP on all of these characters, we are limited to fighting on the overworld, okay? We cannot do any form of combat simulator for this, just so all characters will actually gain the AP. Now, what you want to do is go to Gongaga. This is the best location that I have found down in the south, the Cliffside Storehouse. However, if you have found another location with more mobs close together, then let me know and I will take a look at it. But for now, one thing I should probably mention as well is if you're in post-game, your numbers are going to be higher, such as AP, Gil, and EXP. So do keep that in mind. I am currently in post-game myself, so my numbers are going to be a little bit higher. However, you can still do this before post game, and as you saw, we got 21 AP right there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to murder that mob. We're just going to run out of the store area, fight these little Gremlins. Again, we're just going to murder them very, very quickly, and then we're going to start immediately running straight up through the forest, and there's another 18 AP. We're just going to run straight up through the forest, just past that rock right there. Now, honestly, I've not really min-maxed this method yet. It might be better to just ignore the mobs that we're going for right now. I don't know. I've not actually tried that just yet. So we're going to fight these guys, and for these ones, I'm just going to use a fire spell because they're all weak to fire. So again, we're just going to murder them all with that. There's another 21 AP. Immediately turn right, and there's 2 more Grand Horns here as well. So we're just going to murder them with fire. Now, at this point, we want to respawn all of the mobs. So to do that, we're just going to fast travel to any other region. It doesn't matter what region or anything like that. I quite literally just press down and down again. Then what we're going to do is we're going to immediately fast travel back to Gongaga and fast travel back down to the Cliffside Storehouse. This way, all of the mobs will instantly respawn for us to farm. And then we just run up and kill them again. Now, obviously, for this method, you are going to need to do 4 runs to level your time materia up to level 2. Okay, so that's 4 runs, which realistically each run takes about a minute, give or take, using these specific mobs. As I say, I don't know if there's better ones. If there are, then definitely let me know. But yeah, each run takes about a minute. So it's going to be about 4 minutes for your first run to get level 2 on all of your materia. And then in order to actually get a mastered materia, you're going to need another 16 runs. So 20 runs in total. Okay, you can do this 3 or 4 times per hour. All depends on how efficient you actually are. And of course, the more materia you have equipped, the better this is going to be. And obviously, right now, I'm talking, so that is slowing the method down a little bit. You know, I'm not fully concentrating on it or anything like that. But also, every time we do a fight, we are getting Gil as well. So there's the second run. So now we're just going to come back out, fast travel over to Cosmo Canyon. Doesn't matter where we fast travel to as long as it's a different region. And then if we take a quick look at our AP right now on our materia. So as you can see, we're now up to, well, we're halfway. 156, and that took what, 2 minutes pretty much, and that's going to be on all of our characters as well. That, my friends, is how you farm more gil than you could possibly ever need. But though, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I really hope it has helped. If it has, then please be sure to smash that like button and drop a comment down below, as it greatly helps the channel out. And if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content. As always, though, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.